A short message for grown-ups. As parents, we know how quickly family time can slip into scrolling time, everyone on their own devices after a long day. Wouldn't it be great to share something active and fun instead? Meet Next Playground, an active game system powered by your body. No controllers, no wearables, just natural motion-driven play. Join Bluey and Keepy Uppy, fly with How to Train Your Dragon, dance with Barbie, pop bubbles in Gabby's dollhouse, or train with Kung Fu Panda. All from your living room. And it's totally kid-safe. No ads, no in-app purchases, no mature content. Just clean, active fun to bring the family together this fall. Want to learn more? Visit nextplayground.com. That's nextplayground.com to explore active family gaming today. A short message for grown-ups. Looking for a fun way to keep the Bluey fans in your home busy with imaginative, screen-free play? The Bluey Supermarket playset is here, standing over 15 inches tall and packed with surprises across 3 levels of fun. Inspired by the episode Kids, this set comes with exclusive Bluey and Bingo figures, including Bingo holding her lollipop. There's a real working escalator, a rooftop cafe, and even an intercom with 24 different sound effects your kids will love. With over 15 play pieces, shelves to explore, carts to fill, and stickers to decorate, your little ones can recreate favorite scenes or invent new ones of their own. It also works with all your other Bluey figures for even more imaginative adventures. The Bluey Supermarket playset is available at all major retailers. Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. Bobby is at it again, trying to come up with a new invention. He asks his mom, how do scientists come up with their ideas? And she suggests a walk after they chat a bit. Of course, Bobby decides to go for a run instead and comes up with a great idea. He asks his mom if Bernice can come over and help him, and she says yes, but asks him to be careful and remember, no heat. Bernice and Bobby's great invention. Mom, how do you come up with great ideas? Bobby asked, dropping his breakfast bowl in the sink. Like, you do science stuff, right? Like me? I mean, I'm more of an inventor of cool and fun stuff, and you do that boring stuff that old people like in science. Bobby's mom sighed, then cleared her throat. I'm not old, Bobby, and don't forget to wash your hands. Washing his hands, Bobby continued. Okay, yeah, you know I was just kidding. You don't look old, Mom. You look super young, except for your age. That's a big number. Not super big like in math, but... His mom interrupted. If I answer your question, will you clean your room later? He hesitated, then replied, yeah, I'll clean my room later. Good, because it's so messy, it looks like a tornado hit it. Anyway, when I need ideas, sometimes I try something different, like going for a walk or maybe something a little silly. At work, we have special ways to brainstorm, but even just a walk can help. Well, I'm always silly, so that probably won't work. I guess I could go for a walk. Maybe if I run, ideas will come even faster. What do you think, Mom? I think you could give it a try. I haven't seen you practice your running lately. Yeah, I haven't had much time for running lately. Just basketball and science stuff. I'm going to run right now. Is that okay? Because I need a new idea for an invention super fast. My robots are waiting for technology that has not yet been developed, and scientists other than Bernice and I are way too slow." "Stay on the sidewalk," Bobby's mother said, "and don't go too far." "Don't worry, I'm just going to run in the backyard." I saw a video where someone ran a marathon in their backyard. You can just pop inside for bathroom breaks. Bobby put on his sneakers with the white stripes. He liked sneakers with stripes because he thought they made him run faster. He started slowly around the backyard to warm up, then went faster and faster until 15 minutes later, he burst back into the kitchen, slightly out of breath. "Thanks, Mom. That worked great. I have the best idea for an invention now. It's going to be amazing." He hurried downstairs to his basement lab, where he'd set up a workspace to avoid his mom's frustration over science messes on his bedroom carpet. "Okay," he said to himself. "First, I need to make a blueprint of everything. Planning is critical. I mean, that's how I made such amazing Lego builds when I was a kid, by following a blueprint." He wrote in big letters at the top of his paper, "The Great Super Automatic Cookie Machine," then got to work sketching. After half an hour, he had it all planned out. "Now I need materials for a prototype," he said to himself. He ran upstairs to check with his mom. The last time he took materials without asking, he'd accidentally made a robot uniform out of his sister's favorite sweatshirt. How was he supposed to know it wasn't old? It had holes in it. "Mom, can I have some of the cardboard and other stuff in the basement? I need it for an automatic cookie-making machine." "You're not building an oven, Bobby. Remember the fire scare the last time you tried to create something that cooked?" "It's just a prototype, but I'll probably need some flour and chocolate chips, too. Oh, and can I invite Bernice over? She's great with science, kinda like you, but maybe she'll be famous when she's old." "It's a little late to invite her. She might already have plans." "Don't worry, Mom. I already warned her at school that today was going to be a new invention day, and she should come over to help. I'll even give her 50% of the fame once it works." His mom handed her her phone after calling Papa Bear. "Is that you, Bernice?" Bobby asked. "Yes, silly. Who else would it be?" "I don't know. Maybe your cat Cookie is so well trained that she can talk on the phone for you," Bobby joked. "Ah, she's pretty smart, but unless I have treats or it's bedtime and stuff, she does her own thing." "Well, I've started the latest invention and it could use your expertise. I have most of it planned and the materials are ready. Can you come over?" "Yeah. Papa said as long as I don't eat everything in your fridge and remember my manners." "Great. See you soon." Bernice arrived a short time later, holding a bag of cookies from Papa Bear for Bobby's mom. Papa Bear always says it's polite to bring something sweet when you visit a friend. Bobby was waiting in the kitchen, practically bouncing on his toes. "Hi, Bern." "Hi, Bob." "We better get to work," Bobby said, leading her toward the basement. "I think my mom is making some kind of fancy sandwich for lunch, and we definitely don't want to miss that." "Don't make too much of a mess, you two," Bobby's mom called as they clattered down the stairs. "Whoa, Bobby, this looks really cool. What is it?" Bernice asked, eyeing the towering contraption of cardboard boxes, plastic bits, and tape. She spotted a motor whirring quietly, a small conveyor belt held together by rubber bands, and various tubes sticking out at odd angles, one of which had a plastic spoon duct taped to the end. "You can't tell?" Bobby asked, surprised. "It's an automatic cookie-making machine." While I was outside brainstorming, I remembered it's way too hard to get Papa Bear's cookies whenever I want. So, I decided to invent a machine that could bake cookies on demand. His eyes sparkled with excitement. "Well, it's definitely a yummier idea than your last robot," Bernice laughed. "It looks almost finished. Do you just want me here as your official taste tester? Because technically, I haven't had a cookie yet today, so..." "Nope, it only looks done. It's not quite working yet, and I had to skip the oven part. Mom won't let me make anything with heat since, the rocket engine incident." "Yeah, I remember. We could smell that one all the way from my house," Bernice giggled. "Here's what I've got so far." Bobby pointed proudly to the wall, where blueprints were taped in every direction like a chaotic gallery. I drew all the sketches and labeled every part. See? We've got the sugar super shooter here and the mega mixomatic for mixing. He guided Bernice around the machine, pointing things out. I used empty cardboard tubes as ingredient chutes, so we can load up flour, sugar, chocolate chips, everything. Each chute will drop the right amount into the mixer. Then, we've got this hand crank that spins the mixer, though I might need you to turn it while I load the ingredients. "And does it have Papa Bear's recipe?" Bernice whispered, glancing upstairs to make sure his mom couldn't hear. "Not yet. I was hoping you could ask him. My mom's cookies are yummy and all, but, well..." Bobby shrugged. "Papa Bear's cookies are super yummy delicious?" Bernice grinned, keeping her voice low. Bobby nodded enthusiastically. "Exactly. So, with the chutes, the mixer, and, oh yeah, that's the conveyor belt," he said, pointing to the shaky line of wheels. "The conveyor will carry the dough from the mixer to the cooling tray." "Well, it doesn't actually bake, but we can pretend," Bobby explained. "It kinda sticks right now, but that's why you're here. You're a pro at fixing stuff." Is it supposed to tilt like that?" Bernice asked, watching as one end of the belt wobbled precariously. "That's just its personality," Bobby explained. "You know, every great machine has quirks." Bernice laughed. "All right, Bobby, let's get this cookie machine up and running. I'll crank, you load, and then we'll see what happens." Bernice started fixing the conveyor belt, carefully adjusting the cardboard wheels and adding a bit more tape to make it run smoothly. Meanwhile, Bobby gathered the ingredients, measuring out flour, sugar, and chocolate chips with the enthusiasm of a mad scientist. "Okay, Bern, I've got the super sugar shooter loaded up and the flour's ready in the chute," he announced. "I just guesstimated your papa's recipe for now. I'm sure it's almost the same." Bernice tested the belt, giving it a gentle push. "All set over here. Now we need to make sure each chute drops the right amount of ingredients." "Right. And when it's time to mix, I'll spin the mega mixomatic," Bobby said, giving the hand crank an exaggerated turn, making it rattle and shake. Bernice grinned, double-checking their setup. "Let's just make sure everything's in place so we don't end up with a flour explosion." "Don't worry. What's the worst that could happen?" Bobby said with a laugh. I think we're about to find out," Bernice muttered with a grin. As Bobby started loading the ingredients, Bernice paused and asked, Bobby, if there's no oven, what exactly happens to the ingredients once they're all mixed?" Before he could answer, Bobby turned the crank with all his might, and a cloud of flour puffed up like a mini snowstorm, coating the air in a fine white dust. Chocolate chips popped out of the chutes like tiny missiles, skittering across the floor in every direction, and the sticky dough splattered everywhere, filling the conveyor belt, the floor, and their socks in a sticky, powdery mess. "Oops," Bobby said a little too loudly. "Bobby, did I hear an oops?" His mother called from the kitchen. "Come up for lunch and tell me what happened." Bobby and Bernice slowly walked up the stairs, their jeans covered in flour and their socks soaked in a mix of dough and chocolate chips. "Oh, Bobby." His mother took one look at them, clearly used to these kinds of inventions. "Is it a big mess?" "It's not that big of a mess," he said confidently. "It's just a hiccup. All great inventors make messes, you know." "I know, Bobby," his mother said with a smile. "I was your age once and wanted to make things too." "You were young once, Mom?" Bobby asked with a grin, hoping to make her laugh. She chuckled. "Why don't you take Bernice to the bathroom so you both can get cleaned up before lunch?" "Sorry, Bobby's mom," Bernice said sheepishly. "Oh, Bernice, there's no need to apologize. We all make messes when we're trying something new. It's just that Bobby, well, he makes more messes than most," Bobby's mother added with a laugh. Bobby grinned, already thinking about how, with Bernice's help, he could make his cookie machine even better. After a delicious lunch, where Bobby's mom tried to sneak some carrots into his sandwich, but he was too smart for that, Bernice and Bobby spent the afternoon cleaning up the floury mess in the basement. Later, they brought Bobby's microscope outside to examine tiny critters in the dirt and leaves they'd gathered. As it got close to dinner time, Papa Bear came to pick Bernice up, and she waved goodbye to Bobby, promising to come over soon to help him improve his cookie machine. Later that evening, after dinner and her bedtime routine, Bernice arranged her friends, Twiggle, Wolfie, and Madeline, around her in bed. "It's that time, Papa," Bernice called out. "Coming as fast as I can," Papa Bear replied, thundering up the stairs and making the whole house shake. At least that's what Bernice thought. "Papa, you didn't have to run," she said with a smile. "I'm not going anywhere." "I was afraid you might fall asleep before I could give you a Papa Bear hug." Bernice let out a big yawn. "Yeah, I am super tired, but you could still give me a hug when I'm asleep. I wouldn't mind." Papa chuckled. "Okay, I won't run up the stairs so fast next time." "You had a full day, little bear," he said, yawning too, because yawns are contagious. "Yeah, it was fun. We had to clean up a lot of mess in Bobby's basement because he kind of rushed when he built his new machine. He forgot a few steps, but it was fun being covered in flour. And Bobby's mom makes super yummy sandwiches, Papa. She put all kinds of veggies and even a spicy sauce in mine. Bobby doesn't like spicy anymore." "I'll have to ask Bobby's mom for her recipe," Papa Bear said, smiling. "Yeah, and you could put cookies in a sandwich, Papa. Everyone would want to eat that kind of sandwich. Or, like those cookie sandwiches with ice cream inside. They're super delicious. Papa Bear chuckled. You're giving me the munchies, little bear, but I can't be eating treats just before bed. Sorry, Papa. Did you do everything you need to do before bed? I did, Papa, and guess what? Bernice whispered. What? Papa whispered back. Mama has shampoo and soap that smells like cookies, I think. And I used it, Bernice whispered with a big grin. Do you think she'll mind? Maybe you'll have to give her extra hugs tomorrow, Papa Bear said. Oh, that's okay. Hugs make everything better, Bernice said, snuggling further under her covers. Are you comfy? Papa Bear asked. Yes, Papa. How about Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline? Are they comfy? They're all comfy, Bernice replied, and Cookie is too, she added, glancing at her best friend curled up at the foot of her bed. Give me a hug and a kiss, and then you can listen to a story. Love you, Papa. I love you too, little bear. And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.